mental health advice comedy podcast that turns into true crime because every story unfortunately involves like a murder or a suicide or an accidental murder and shit like that. Like everyone thought I was a gimmick and I tried to say, oh, I'm a gimmick, I'm a character to be accepted by you, but I don't give a shit anymore. People
you seem like you don't care. It seems like it's not on the tip of your mind.
I feel like MK Ultra is going to use me as a patsy for a mass murder, so I'm trying to work with them and think maybe we do a comedy club because shooting up a comedy club is inherently funny because you can't take it seriously.
Wait, did you attack Chris Red?
What?
It's all right.
Shooters only.
We were right there. We were right there.
Well, I was in it. I'm hanging
I love
on
you're like, yo, can you guys say his name? Because that's fine, but I can't.
No, like if there's guys putting hits out on comics, like, hey, I'm hiring a guy who brass knuckled people.
Jim Norton tomorrow night. Just so
1,000K, I'll hit your Cash App.
Doggy.
Now I started a new movement. Here's my business card. Orangefego.com.
Like you think I'm an old Jew now? Here it is. Here's how you make a pipe.
How many samurai swords
You
do you
fill
have?
it with gasoline. I need a 5-second fuse to throw it. I can't have it explode in my head. I'll look silly. I'll look like
I
a
guess you're
clown.
right, dude. If I do,
it's like
you
imagine
do shake a lot, dude. Like,
imagine a clown pulling his balloon right in front of his own face.
Yeah.
That's what it'd be like. Saying I need to get more successful,
No, I
which
think
means
Random
I need
deserves
to
it.
shoot someone in the audience while I'm on stage.
Yeah,
I'll be the
honestly, I
comedy
don't think he
hero.
would get past our building security, to be honest.
I
No,
think
I can. You can do pat downs. I'm fine with it.
I think random knows ways to enter like ducks in like the ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh, like I'm Die Hard.
He was putting dollars in
$4 to nut into a fat Dominican girl's face.
Just sell 3 bags of weed, $60, and you can lowball some fat black hooker.
No.
$60.
Do you lowball hookers?
I used to when I was like 16.
$1.
You say,
I can't
Natalie,
do that.
Random's face looks enough like a lesbian aunt that I feel like you can maybe give him a
You
shot.
guys didn't know that I was going to
Says
transition at
she's a
some
lesbian
point.
girl. Me too.
That's what I'm
Drake,
saying.
Drizzy
So
Drake.
if I'm trans, then all the other comics that cancel or blacklist, that's discrimination.
Random,
So.
relax.
No, I'm just getting that point out there.
Let him work his game. He was so close.
Let me
Gave me blow. More
I
of
think
a
Random hides his blow in a sweet and low packet.
Yeah.
pretty smart. Actually.
No, what I'm saying is, like, if I'm the guy who's offering blow and Klonopin and kratom from Malaysia and comics hate me, that
You think
makes
it's the
comics
fentanyl
suck.
issue? People just think it's fentanyl.
Oh, you think I'm
is?
secretly killing people?
Yeah, let me watch you do this first.
All right.
Well, so it's not like
I got into comedy, they said, oh, women like to be called sluts and degraded. So that feminist video, I was literally trying to make them come.
That's
I was
so funny
"You
that was
fucking
your comedy advice?
No, Natalie Cuomo. I was just trying to make her hot.
all right,
Sorry.
it's fine.
All right, anonymous woman in the video.
So
I was trying to make the Serbian bitch come.
So
You think her pussy
Give
was
me
getting wet?
advice. Give me advice, dude. If you don't do a Batman segment on Dark Knights moving forward,
No, because it's about the Roman Catholic Dark
you
Night
have
of
to
the Soul.
understand how funny that is, though.
But the
Trust me
podcast. No, because it's a woman's podcast because it's true crime and mental health, and then we make dark jokes here because like we both had a decent amount of pedophiles in our life, both like grew up in
There's more than one.
Yeah.
A decent amount.
Yeah.
Anybody ever plugged anything more?
No, he plugs.
There must be some
He
sort
knows
of
he's smart.
record.
Look, I think people should go watch Dark Knights.
It's
Random,
not even. I get booked once a year because there's some issues. So,
He has a bag of coke in his hand. He goes, "There's some issues."
You just put green powder in your mouth like 5 minutes ago.
yeah, it feels good.
I love it, dude. I love it. Wow, man.
You're
Dark
with
Knights
Lizzie
podcast,
and Random.
The documentary's still out. See, here's the thing. I also had a blog. I have my philosophy for comedy because I wanted to give that speech to Shane Gillis to debate Andrew Yang from 2019 because I wanted to revolutionize.
your
offense-
plugs.
It is a plug. It's a video that I want the whole world to see. It's my spiritual and philosophical beliefs about stand-up comedy and offensive jokes and how it's actually a healing elixir like psychic alchemy. And that video, as well as the documentary, Mark Random's comedy elixir philosophy. That it's just interesting. I wanted to rebrand offensive comedy.
all right. So Ryan,
They evaluate his company, and they're like, technically, you don't have the company anymore. But like, if he does it, if he makes it somewhere else, it'll be worth.
Who
you know.
evaluates
think
the
you're gonna be able
companies,
to buy
Ryan?
Yeezys in 2
Who
years from
evaluates
now?
the companies, Ryan?
He doesn't like the people who evaluate the
Name
company.
names,
No,
Ryan.
come on. Who evaluates the companies?
Last names, please. Was it a Smith, Ryan?
yeah.
Was it a Goldberg?
I mean, look, there's
A Weinstein.
He's
That's what I hate about the outrage of Kanye West, right? So all the like Howard Stern, all these shocking people are against it, but my whole issue with it is people feel like they're for shocking comedy, but they want to be the shock one. Like, let's hypothetically say an unlikable comic did like stand up and a dance at Auschwitz. People like Ari Shaffir or Tim Dillon would hate that comic because it wasn't them.
Are you talking about yourself?
Yeah, he is. He did a music video. In fact, play it.
Yeah. By the way,
Like, you know,
Cosby's innocent though.
but I'm not.
He is.
We're waiting for the name part at the end. This is Mark Orenda.
No, but
Mark.
like I get like I was gonna name my album. I was going to name my comedy album Hitler's Paintings on the idea, but it's a metaphor of like sometimes you want something in life, but it doesn't turn out how you want it. Like Hitler just wanted a bunch of people to be like, oh, look at that nice painting by Adolf. Like that's all he wanted, but God had different plans for him. So I feel like that's like with me because I would try
to be a legend.
With God.
God had a plan to make him a true
God
legend.
is fucking based.
thought I was the savior.
He's singing
of
"Staying
Jewish-
Alive" at Auschwitz,
No,
which
I-
is funny.
Yeah.
Unquestionably funny.
Wait, you actually went to Auschwitz?
Yes,
Yeah, I
please
was
play
on
the
a
video.
European comedy tour. I only did like 5 places, but I called it a European.
Did they kick
comedy.
you out?
Not yet. I know this is gonna be. I know I'm gonna be charged for like hate speech or some shit in the future.
No, maybe in Germany for sure, but
Yeah.
you'll be all set in America.
Yeah.
Do you have it, Shannon?
You
Mark
know,
Random, the Yeezy sympathizer.
But like, you should call it at Auschwitz and call it and Dank.
no, but it's. I thought I was the Jewish Messiah because I thought I was having a psychotic episode, and I thought that Jewish people, the reason they were that way is because they didn't have a Messiah.
Ryan, what do you think about going to do streeters?
The reason is yar what yar.
Ryan, what do you think about going to do streeters at Auschwitz?
No, but I thought if they had a savior that like they would, all religions unite. So I thought, oh, I must be this Hebrew Messiah. Because think about it, banned from 109 comedy clubs. Like
yeah.
That's a good title
It's like
for an
Christ.
album.
Yeah, that's
Banned from
good.
109
Just like
comedy
Jesus.
clubs.
Where'd you get the number 109?
You don't know?
come on,
I don't know.
I've said it on this podcast like twice.
The amount
That's
of
probably
places
why I'm
Jews
not.
have been
in the
amount of
wrong.
countries.
I see.
It's not countries. I always thought it was.
I thought it was countries. They started central banking systems.
I always thought it was countries too, and then I was like, I wonder. And then you look at it, and it's like, no, a lot of them are like cities.
I think Jews should be banned at all. So I'm the savior. I'm going to bring Jews salvation,
Can we
and I'm
see
going to find them
random
love.
songs?
Dude, you would
Look at
fucking
this.
get along real nice with the black Israelites. You guys are
No,
really
they've
on the
only
same
gotten kicked
level.
out of 28 countries. They have like 80 countries before.
No,
they're
they're
Jews.
above regular Jews. They're probably like we're 110.
That was
Yeah, we were
Matt-
just talking about this, but like the
Hebrew Messiah or the
What are
most
you looking
recent
for?
music video?
What are you looking for?
Look, my logo is 2 Star of David.
Stop.
I have the
What are
most
you looking
recent
for?
music video. Is that what we want to watch?
No, we want to watch "Staying Alive" in
How about
Auschwitz.
How about just do the acoustic, have the intro, and I'll do the song live.
Yeah, let's just watch it.
You know what? Fuck
I remember the lyrics.
it.
Is it on YouTube?
I don't
fuck
see
Mike,
it
he
on your
goes a
YouTube.
cappella.
You know what? Yeah, why don't you do "Staying Alive" karaoke, and then he'll just sing it for us. So
Yeah.
we'll end the show with that.
All right.
Live performance by Random.
There you go.
All right.
What's the song called again? Hebrew Messiah.
Yes.
Hebrew Messiah by.
You know the lyrics off the top
Random.
of your head? You gotta pull them up.
Oh,
He's pulling them up.
hold on. I'll remember.
Star of Dave.
Oh wait, now you can tell by the way Himmler would talk, he's a prophet man. Ishman got Jews on the world, and that's not fun. They've been kicked out of 109. Now it's all right, we okay. We can't look the other way. We can try to beat their plan. The Jewish plot's effect on men. Whether you're a goyim or whether you're a Muslim, you be gassing the Jews, gassing the Jews. Feel Hitler taking the European nation, you be gassing the Jews, gassing the Jews. How, gassing the Jews, gassing the Jews. How, gassing the Jews. Oh, Adolf Scott.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching the Realasspodcast. We'll be back on Monday, and they're here.
You could suck it.
There's people that in the YouTube comments every week, and they go, "I hate this guy." I'm like, "That's crazy. How could you listen to this show? This one?
Crazy. That never
This
happens
is
to
the
any
one.
of us.
I mean, if you listen to Skanks, you're like, I hate Lewis, but I listen to Skanks because in spite of it, I really like Jay and Dave. But
Ethan Klein, do something besides being a bitch hiding behind YouTube. He's out in the world doing documentaries, doing live shows. You can find his dates. You just sit behind a computer bitching like a fucking fan.
Yeah.
And it's this mediocre world that makes people like you successful.
Let's go.
If the world didn't suck, You wouldn't
My boy's
have
spitting.
any fucking
My
career.
boy's spitting right now.
If there wasn't a million fucking losers in their basement, you wouldn't have a fan
go.
base. Lewis
Yeah.
at least has people who do shit with their
Yeah.
life.
Damn
So
right.
suck my
Oh, there's still
fucking
people
dick.
alive in the corner.
Random.
Yeah, you blew him up.
Stop going to restaurants. And
The people that write comments, like they write paragraphs of hate, it's like they're never doing anything good with their lives. It's always just they're insecure and then they do that. It makes them feel good for a second. Then it's a cycle. It's like find something you do like. Like don't write Mark random hate paragraphs. Just find a comic you do like and support that person.
Zach,
says the guy holding pills.
Yeah, random. He makes sense very often. He says something that makes so much sense that I look at him like you look like a female witch is transitioning into a male witch.
It's, like I'm going to do the play around with the am I trans or am I not? But I do stand-up comedy at Sandy Hook Elementary on the 10th anniversary of the shooting. It's in my movie. I just wanted to throw
Wait,
that
you
out.
showed up there?
Yeah, it was weird. It's like now looks all security, and I just did like a 5-minute stand-up comedy
In
set.
front
Was
of
there any
who?
people there?
Sandy Hook. No, just being me.
Just
Oh,
you
you're
by
just standing in
yourself.
front of the building.
Well, he went to Auschwitz and he recorded a music video.
And
Gassing the Jews.
I did a
So it was a parody of Staying Alive.
And
but
I
it was-
did a 6-minute stand-up set at Auschwitz that it's been released here and there in bits, but it was people who
He was supposed to do 9.
people who fell away from the group.
That was sick.
Yeah, but my jokes were fire.
Before
Like an
Krakamiko,
oven.
it was Mark Random.
And people are walking by hearing you do this?
No, it was people who got lost from the tour group. So it was like, hey, this is a gloomy place. Let me bring joy to them. And I just started,
Oh, that's nice.
mixed reactions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I would get.
What did you start doing, Random?
No, I understand the blemishes, but that's like, those are blemished by choice, you know?
Wait, do you mean my hair red? Because that's my last name, Mark Rodon. It
I'm
means
saying you
red
could
hair.
look just as good as anybody in this room right now if you decided to.
Your name's
I know
your
that's
name's been Mark
irrelevant,
Rodon the whole time?
Yes.
I've been calling you random?
Yeah, no,
Wait, your last
everyone-
name is Rhonda?
Yeah, but what happened is random was the name everyone gave me because I had this identity
Lewis's face.
disorder.
Can we zoom in on
I've
Lewis's
said no.
face?
Fuck you. I've said this 3 times
Yeah,
on
let's
the
get back
show.
to
We're all
fuck you.
drunk and high right
No,
now.
I like this fuck you Lewis part.
I've said it 3 times
Your
on the
last
show.
name is what?
Mark Rodon. It means red haired. Ironically, that's why I dye my hair red. But everyone called
So
me
your real
random.
name is Rodon.
Yeah, but everyone called me random as a teenager, mocking me because I had maybe an identity disorder. So I took it on as a stage name as a rapper, and everyone knows me as random. Random. Go to.
Would you be able to-
This is a platform, and I want to reach out. I've been trying to give Doug Stanhope $1,000 because I feel bad that someone burned his house down or whatever. So I've been trying to make peace with him about that. Are you
Wait,
giving
why?
me
You
the
burnt
don't-
it down? Why do you have to make
No,
peace?
but it's like when you fail
Random
at
likes
comedy.
people thinking that it may have been him that burned down.
No, it wasn't.
house.
But it's like the guy who did it's a comic and he just got out of jail and shit
I
like
didn't know
that.
any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Wait,
was
the guy who
driving.
it really was a comic? Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Was
just,
that confirmed?
No, but I was trying to talk him out of it, but he's just fucking
You
crazy.
know the guy.
Whoa,
that
you
burned down
knew
his house.
before.
No, I didn't.
You said you tried to talk him out of it.
No, he's like,
So I was in.
Wait, this guy burnt down Doug Stanhope's house and you tried to talk him out of it.
no, I just.
Wait, is it the guy who killed his mom, the guy from Legion of Skanks?
Wait, there's a guy who killed. Well, Stanhope, you perpetuate yourself as, I have serial killers, mass murders as fan, and now a real one shows up and you shit talk me on Rogan and Jim and Sam.
Clip it.
Random.
This is the clip.
I'm on
We're chilling.
stage
Hey,
in
Mark,
West
you were the
Nyack.
bathroom attendant at Flappers.
No, if
Just
I'm
tell the truth.
in West Nyack, if I'm standing on stage and telling jokes and people are laughing, that's opening.
No, it's
It
not.
goes
And then
yes, it
Stanhope
is.
came on after you.
Yes.
That's opening. Fuck you, Lewis.
Not
I mean,
opening.
actually, it was Morgan Murphy, then Stanhope, but still.
So you're opening for
yeah.
Morgan Murphy.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Yeah. Did you rush the stage?
No, but it's like me and him were cool, and then he blasts me on a podcast for an hour saying he has nothing of value to say. He's just
I
shot
don't
for
think it
shot.
was an hour. No way.
Yeah, he was.
Wait, Doug
Watch
Stanhope
it.
talked about you?
I want to
Yes.
see this. I
Are you
wanna
sure
see
this isn't a
He-
feeling you
no,
have?
he called Louis J. Gomez. He called on the podcast. He called Louis J. Gomez and said, "I want to talk about Mark Random," and Louis didn't pick look up.
I don't
That's
remember
that's
exactly what
1,000% true story. I'll post the link after this.
Post the link.
DM.
Post the link. We'll put it in the notes of this show.
No,
I want to see a full hour of him talking about you.
Can we pull it up? We have to watch this.
In Bed with Lizzie DeRozzo. You start at like the 25 mark, and he just
Where
shit
is
talks.
she? Why she's not here?
Cool with me. Then he saw the documentary, trashed it, and then I'm like, "Yo, dude, what's up? I'll do a podcast with you. Like, let's talk." And it's only I don't care if comics hate me, but when they misrepresent, I'm shocked for shock's sake. If anyone, you know that I fucking have weird philosophies to why I say like the dark comedy and shit that I do. So to say it was nothing good for humanity and shock for shock's sake, it hurt me. Stanhope goes on Rogan, he goes on Jim and Sam, and he used the exact same description of me, but he says a comic I won't name because I don't want to give any attention. And I'm not mad. It's just the misrepresentation. Like you can say I'm not funny.
Hold
you
on.
can hate me, but tell me I don't have a message. I wasn't trying to revolutionize comedy.
Relax.
I just don't like I know I'm triggered because I don't like being misrepresented.
Oh, you're trying to revolutionize comedy.
Well, yeah, I wrote a speech about it being like this philosophical alchemy, and I tried to rebrand offensive comedy. I wrote a thing for Shane Gillis. I gave it to you, but no one had, like, I know you didn't pass it on to Shane Gillis.
I'll pass it on to him.
Take a sip of your Pepsi.
No, Shane needs to read this.
Yeah, he really
No, but
does.
I'll show you. I made a video, and it's 14 minutes, but I talk about how all these things happen in my life that were messed up. And it's like, I feel like comedy is this spiritual alchemy of like, you can heal someone with the bad things in their life. You're literally like turning pain and fear into joy and peace.
Yeah, I went on an ayahuasca trip, and I was pretty much told
But
that.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like, I feel
But you
like,
don't but you just live that, you know? You don't got to go, hey, motherfucker, at 3 a.m. You just
know.
live it, you know?
Yeah.
You just walk around and you live
know.
whatever is telling you to
and
be good, you know?
That's the ego is like, oh, I want the validation and stuff. I know
Sure,
the
that's
ego.
tough.
Sometimes
But it's also
I
this
think-
world, right?
I think-
Motherfucker-
know? I mean,
Because he's sucked to an offensive level. Because of fucking Mark Random X's. And that is not good for fucking humanity. It's,
yeah, we had fun.
hang on, I'm gonna call Louis J. Gomez, who I've never actually called, but since it's Stanhope, I'm on a random Zoom where I just tweeted, "Hey, I just got done doing podcasting and I want to do more. Send me a Zoom link and I'll talk to anyone." But I have Lizzie DeRozzo, and I didn't know till halfway through the conversation that she's the one that did that Mark Random X thing that I watched and hated. And she said, "Oh no, fucking Louis loves him." But we're on a Zoom thing. She's going to send you the link if you want to join in.
Whoa, it's random time. Special edition of the Real Ass Podcast, Random's World edition of the Real Ass Podcast. Look up with my special guest co-host for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him from Dark Knight Season 2, starting soon. Mark Random's on the show, making them uncomfortable. So you
No, look at her. She's
back in the
laughing.
day-
Her face is blushing.
He said if I'm uncomfortable to say muffin, so I've already said
You
it.
already said
What
muffin.
what a nice thing to do. I've
It's an amazing dynamic right now, how you were actually respectful off camera and then started harassing her once we were on camera.
No, this is
Usually
all
it's the exact
random.
opposite.
No, so
in
it's a
this
difference. So
podcast.
It was
kill you. It was pretty
there
crazy.
was more jokes involved than
Sometimes.
just that.
Just such a change of conversation. He was like, yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
doing
let-
and then
let
you're
me
like,
get
so
you
anyway,
blushing
Shannon
again.
saved my life.
Yeah, you're just straight. You jumping from
So
Katie
nice.
Boyle to
It's
Shannon.
amazing.
What happened?
And the red hair one over there, she's really nice too. I wanted to get her something at the store.
And come on, you can't. That is on you. You can't portray this character. That when
It's not
people
a character. It's who I really fucking
No
am.
one thinks
Well, then
it's
you can't
real.
portray a psychopathic fucking serial
I'm
killer.
not. You guys are making the jokes that I'm a psychopath.
That's what you-
think stand-up comedy. I'm the comedy god bestowed upon humanity.
You say stuff so confidently that I'm like, what did Dave say? Do I understand wrong what he said?
Filmed a comedy special at a venue in North Jersey. Had metal bands. It was 2 crazy nights. The trailer is on my YouTube and on my webpage, markrandom.com. Was a crazy wild night. All my Jersey City people there. Shout out to the company that I signed. Even though they got out of prison for murder, it's all good. They love me and they're backing me now. And I have an indie movie, Hebrew Messiah, that I booked. I mean, I filmed it last December on tour as a rapper and a comedian. It's funny. It's weird. And then I also have, what the fuck else do I have? Dark Knight Season 2 with the UFO investigator. And then I also have a rap album coming out at some point. We are all Mark Random. MarkRandom.com, YouTube Mark Random. I love you all.
Because Belfast isn't even Ireland. It's NR Ireland. What does NR Ireland mean?
It's Ireland, but it's in the north of Ireland.
IGGER.
Is that bad?
Be precious with your jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is an endless stream we're talking about.
Endless stream.
Endless
Gas
stream, yes.
Gas Digital. The endless stream. Say there you go.
And more stream. And more, not endless. See, wordplay.
the crazy plane lady. But I've had manic episodes where if it was caught on video, it would be like, I mean, not.
You'd end up on Realasspodcast.
I'd probably on Ambien or something.
A guy said, no, really, 6 million died.
So she was on Ambien or something.
Explain what's happening. What's happening?
I don't
is
think
in
you can.
2024.
As a resident lunatic, please.
I'm going to guess
explain what
right
happened.
now you are not going to explain what happened.
Okay, what happened is the woman, because 2024, the social climate's going to get so crazy, kind of like when Trump ran for president. 2024.
I said this. He's stealing my fucking.
No,
he's
what I'm saying is
my thing.
angels and demons have started coming to this planet, and me being a fourth dimensional celestial angel, that's against the rules, but they're starting to do that. So people, that's why there's a lot more paranoia, more crime, more riots, more weird things happening, politicians being openly corrupt, and like a very anti-religious, like it's very hostile because demons and the devil is going to come to the world.
Anti-religious is bad?
No, yes, but here's what's going to happen: is the devil's going to come to Earth, and then I'm going to play him in mini golf, and all for the solo humanity, which you can find on my Instagram, my mini golf
got it.
teacher.
That was your rant?
You will
Okay.
get the living shit kicked out of you. in mini golf
oh
by
my
the
God.
devil.
The
You
devil?
don't
No.
have a fucking prayer.
Charlie Daniels beat him in fiddling.
No,
That is
he
a good
got. He
point.
just wrote a song and he said he
He
did.
fucking.
Are
the
you as
devil
good at mini golf as Charlie Daniels is at fiddling?
I'm amazing.
No.
Yeah, I am.
I don't know you, and I'm going to say no.
I bet you're not good at mini golf.
I'm
even
incredible
I
at
bet you're
mini
not even
golf.
slightly good.
The government and all the governments all over the world or whatever are gonna make loads of shit happen, like loads of
Angels and demons.
No. Loads of like a little, like the pandemic or a lady getting on being like, they're not real. Like, so everybody thinks shit is happening. And then they're going to project a like godlike figure in the sky. So then there'll be like one government. So it's to like it's to fool everybody into thinking loads of bad shit is happening, so then they'll all become religious and look at one God. Now, this is just a conspiracy theory. It's called the Blue Theory. I don't believe in it, but I love
It's called
this
Project
side of
Bluebeam.
TikTok.
That's why Hebrew
Project
Messiah. That's the
Bluebeam.
name of my comedy special, Hebrew Messiah.
But
and
you believe
Savior of
that stuff
Death.
because you believe in demons.
No,
so you're
but I
falling for it.
believe that I'm the person that they're going to use.
50 minutes of that Weird Al movie, and I loved it.
Dr. Demento ripoff.
Well, no, it was
what
playing
a
Dr.
70s
Come on, why you
Dr.
gotta be such a
Demento is
naysayer?
in. Dr. Demento was
This
in the
is a
movie.
joke.
I know. I'm joking
I know,
too.
I
Yeah,
know.
like the
We've
fact
had
that he calls you
this
Kate.
He's
though. I
negging
like
you
that.
with your name.
And he already asked
about
me, and I
Kay?
said no, it's KT.
No,
and
that
now
was
he's
Mark.
going completely.
That was Mark.
The
I'll
Please call him Marky.
How about KK?
No,
Do you
no.
like KK?
Oh my God.
I'll be the third K. We got this.
But you'd never ask.
Yeah.
Is
no.
your mom single?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to her in like 17 years.
Hell yeah. Abandoned parents.
I had. Who has that much to lose?
Oh yeah, not having a Twitter gives you carte blanche to be a monster in
Yeah,
society.
dude. If I was just like a dude like working at a gas station, I'd fucking come home every night and I'd crack my girlfriend in the skull for fun.
I think treating women like princesses and queens is where I go.
Here comes the beheading joke.
Whoever the
'Cause he's a
fuck No
writer.
Filter Paul is.
You're talking about needing a writer. I was like, oh, No
Guys,
Filter Paul
I need
does
you to
that.
dox and destroy No Filter Paul. Share bed technically mean.
Ask Michael Jackson.
Do they mean like they slept and nothing
Yeah, you
happened?
finally got one. Fucking Mark got one today.
No, I got 3. No one just heard them.
If no one laughs, you didn't get one.
No, because they don't hear it, because I'm a fourth dimensional angel. But the audience will get it.
We hear all. This would have been 100%. The men would have had to sleep in one bed and the women in another.
Yeah.
That's what civilized people used to do.
Lincoln style.
I mean, he could have.
It's like that when I didn't make that one joke of, cutting the head. I said, I was just throwing the ball up in the air so you could hit it. Because it's not about me being funny. It's about the show being funny. So when you could have said, cut the head off. And I was like, no, I just threw the ball in the air and
So
you hit
you
it.
were you actually made that all happen.
I understand how to do like
That is
Please,
beautiful.
I'm gonna wet myself. It's too funny.
That was wild.
You Sven-Gollied a joke out of this.
I should have went to the toilet like
And
3
that was
times
a
before this
callback.
episode.
that was a callback too.
Dougie, I love it. Honestly, this is what it's beautiful fucking podcasting with Random.
This is like watching a Ken Burns documentary on joke writing.
Back premise at this point, but the reality is like
Women are
I said this to my girl. See, Skittles is now blasted over its new pro-LGBTQ packaging. I mean, it's Skittles. It's the taste of the rainbow, baby. Boy, I'm a hack. Fuck, I'm going to kill myself. Ah!
You dovetailed with Mark. It's the end of your career. Well, wait. What's this gay packaging?
As Pride specifically.
Yeah, and then it has the brown. It has like the flag, the other things
It's a
too,
cheap
right?
toy.
It's so funny. They really do include just like black people in that flag, right?
That community hip is the fucking word that means that it's part of their thing in culture and time.
Well, intersectionality.
Have this weird conspiracy that they're diminishing the trans community and the black community by portraying they.
See, yeah, that's the problem.
Corporations.
You have to explain who they is.
That people get like annoyed about when they do pride stuff or whatever, because they're the same people who get annoyed when they get cancelled.
Well, it's the AIDS epidemic.
But it's like, why get upset
Oh,
about
okay.
it?
I didn't understand you because whatever fucking.
A month and then they forget
That's
and
a
the
great
numbers
thing
go
that
right back
Anthony
up.
Cumia said a while. And it was
I know,
during the Papa John
investing, yeah.
investing. Yeah. Wow, look at you, fucking old school.
Yeah.
But he said when he was singing a different song. I know.
All right, I'm sorry. I'll admit when I'm wrong.
Thank you. Finally,
Mulvaney came out like a month after all this stuff had happened and said that Bud Light had never reached out to her, had never reached out to be like, sorry, what's going on. Had never. I love her.
Hell yeah, Mark. Fuck yeah. Don't let.
I love her so much.
Don't let.
I just want to apologize for coming off pro-trans and liberal on the show.
That's fucking.
You haven't.
A lot more growth.
And by the way, waking up early, time to make the donuts.
Basketball player Duncan. I love
Hell
it.
yeah.
I fucking love the silence.
It's Irish coffee, right, Katie?
Indians for your throat.
Yeah,
the
she
best.
loves
My
drinking
throat.
spiked drinks.
So drink that Dunkin' Donuts one, because if you saw it said malted beverage, and that's so much worse than just adding whiskey to a coffee.
Yeah.
Shouldn't a black person be drinking it?
Come on.
Why?
Mark. What is wrong with
Malted beverage.
That is
I don't
very
get
old.
it either. But
When Katie, when you were 6 years old, people had a stereotype that black people drank malt liquor.
Simpsons, the book of British
big
Smiles,
book of
the
British
big book.
Smiles.
Pull up the big book of British Smiles
Why must
from
you
the
turn
Simpsons.
my office
That was a
into
great
a
joke,
house of lies?
Can we just say
You're gonna co-host the show. Let me be like Zach and snipe when you're fucking ready to
Yes,
snipe,
be like
okay?
Zach and talked 5 times over an hour.
No,
I
no,
needed
you can
Lewis
talk more than
earlier.
that.
All right, I'll
Trying
repeat
to
a bunch
get a
of
word
Jim
in.
Norton jokes.
What did he say?
Oh,
Was it
Zach
mean to
just got
Zach?
sniped.
Did he say something mean to Zach?
Yeah, he says something mean to Zach.
No, I love Zach. He just,
He hates random, so now random feels like he has to be defensive and fucking.
No, I
attack.
love Zach.
It's
I
a
promoted his
look into the
documentary.
fucking psyche of random that he feels as if he has to attack because Zach doesn't like him. You should shower him with love.
No, I did for 3 years. He didn't like that. Don't you remember?
So
he
now-
got all
now-
pissed because I was
I
being
have
kind to
something
him.
I think
And it has been a very, very long time coming. And to be honest with you, we haven't had him on as a regular guest in quite some time as well. He's back. It is Mark Random.
I'm sorry for every comic trying to be on your level. I will be just kind and loving and positive and supportive.
What is going on with you, Mark Random? This is a different
Yeah.
Mark Random.
All the way through all 2019, I fucked up thinking that I was a part of the comedy scene. So I just tried to make jokes back to people. And then I realized everyone's like, who the fuck are you? So now I'm just kind of pushing back and just going to be supportive and loving towards everyone.
So you've turned over a new leaf. This is a new Mark Random, a different type of attitude, not going to be abrasive, not crazy. Now, granted, you still are in front of some sort of satanic pentagram.
It's a Siamese pentagram. It's 2 pentagrams together.
Some sort of ritualistic virgin sacrifice thing. I feel there's probably
Yeah, it
animal
was the
carcasses at
cult-
your feet right now.
A cult I grew up in as a kid, it was really traumatizing. So I try to make it a positive symbol, but I don't like talking about shit like that because everyone thinks I'm trying to be an edgelord. So go on.
I like how you have to fight your.
Shut up, faggot. It's a spirograph.
You bought the white shoe polish to do blackface by mistake?
Here's what's going on as well. I've noticed that Zach has a little bit of he's taking shots at random. Even before we were going, he's taking these shots at random. Now, Zach, are you trying to push random over the edge? Because I'm noticing this is a new positive random. Yes, he did. He's pointing a flashlight at his chin like he's telling a ghost story.
No, that's my fucking light. I can't afford shit.
This is horrifying.
This is the story of Mark's comedy career.
Exactly. Beginning, middle, and end.
Now, you know,
yeah, like how long?
Pretty quick. I think within an hour. That's
You
pretty
dry out,
slow.
You have
to eat it right away.
Yeah.
It starts to grow hairs.
Especially after you fuck it.
Hell yeah, Mark.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Random. Can we get a drop for Mark Random whenever he says a fucking awesome joke like that, Shannon? Random.
I just like making everyone uncomfortable.
Me too. So yeah, that I thought they were pretty funny. They really don't like I hate cutters.
Yeah. Well, I did used to cut on other people's faces, but that was frowned upon by society. This was when I was 13 years old. It was just a stupid suicide attempt because I thought the world was being ravaged by demons, and I thought that life was over.
Hold on, you knew the world was being ravaged by demons?
No, I felt because I didn't have medication. It was the fucking 90s. No one knew what schizophrenia was.
R. Kelly in the
at least this year,
Mount
like
Rushmore,
this decade.
Here's why R. Kelly is great, because he got caught twice with multiple women, and on his third trial, he went to pick up an underage girl. Like, that is committed to the game like no other.
That's pretty real ass.
Charge, the video's out. 7 years later, you got a 10-count rape charge, and you went there to pick up a fucking 13-year-old girl? Holy shit.
Dude, Mark
honestly,
Random
R.
is
Kelly
actually making
needs
a
to be
great
on it.
point.
I really hate to argue, but goddamn, that was perfect.
That is a good point, yeah.
The defense rests.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I was 17 years old, what I used to do is I would get into adult chat rooms and bait pedophiles and then get them on their own chat. And then I would get them really jerking off to it. And then I would say, I would like to, but I need money to come to you. And then they would send me the money. And then I would email them from a Yahoo account saying I was affiliated with Perverted Justice, which was the team that Chris Hansen worked with, saying the chat has been compromised, the parents have been notified, and then just block them. And I feel horrible.
Wow.
And they would say, fuck this, I'm not I would rather never have to think about this again than even slightly risk trying to come and find this person.
Exactly.
How much?
That's a great scam right there. That's a great scam. That's a fucking great scam. Okay, so here's the
But there's a documentary on YouTube called Joe Exotic, the Tiger documentary, and it gets past the whole criminal enterprise, the shady business dealing, and it's him being crazy. And it's like you really see that whether what he did was right or wrong, he had good intentions and he had a compassionate heart, and he just wanted to share this joy with everyone else.
I think he did in the beginning, and then it got away from him.
Hell yeah! Like
we all start off on the right path, right? So we all start off doing whatever it is. Let's say you're a comedian, right? You do it. You go to open mics and you're just trying to tell jokes. Like, I really just want to make people laugh, right? And you're
then the
doing it for the
FBI
right
comes
reason.
after you, police put guns at you, and feminists attack you. I'm sorry.
Random.
I think all comics, especially female comics, are great, and I do nothing but support them in the scene. They're amazing, and I'm happy they're there.
This is a little bit strange. Whatever this new take is, it's very strange. Why is it that you're taking this stance? Is there a real reason?
Also, the whole women were child rapist things, my hatred towards women comics came from, I was dating a female comic. It's not Lizzie DeRozzo, and I'm not going to say her name. She did say...
Name names. We just named the fucking fat girl that fucked Jay.
Let's just say her name rhymes with LaLasha Jazario.
No, she would be really abusive and then say, I'll call the cops and no one's going to believe you because I'm a hot female comic. So I'm sorry I projected that on the audience for the last...
Whoa, dude, you dated Nikki Glazer?
No.
Guys we fucked?
No. I sold drugs to Doug Stanhope. That's how I got to open for Stanhope. I'm sorry if I sound defensive. It just enrages me to no end when people think that kind of shit. That's all. Because it's like I fucked up because I feel rejected, so I over try. No comic has a documentary of an hour material and 2 comedy albums out this, but I'm so trying to just fucking prove myself and make my way in the business, do all this, and I know that's what's killing me. And they're like, who the fuck is this try hard? We're just trying to get high and make jokes and fuck around, and he's the one fucking actually trying to make a career, so fuck him. Like, I know that's the mindset, but it's like, I don't know. I'm trying to have a future.
In my beginning and why I hate cancel culture so much. What happened was I started out as an open mic comedy. And when you're an open mic comic, you're supposed to just learn to develop bits on stage and structure your jokes and delivery. And I'd literally, by my 3rd open mic, have people confronting me, have people trying to ban me, have people calling the police on me. I had the fucking FBI come after me 2 months into comedy. This is not a bit. You can fucking see it. I started out as an open mic comic, and with 3 or 4 months, this hailstorm of bullshit came at me, and I didn't really understand how prevalent the idea of cancel culture was or how much of an agenda it had. to where someone like a no name like me would be affected by that. And that's why I started to analyze it, because I thought I was just in the one minority of it, but I realized that that's the dominant narrative. And you see it in mainstream comedy. You see it in, and I know everyone hates me bitching about it, but it's because I fucking live it. The reason I can't, besides the virus, go to open mics is because I was banned from like 50 of them for just people writing blogs and saying shit that isn't real. So that's why I come so hostile at this cancel culture thing, because I have a preview to show that the fucking established comics have the luxury to not have to deal with what is the cancel culture mob. But as coming out, the Overton window is dead, and where if you want to start comedy, if you don't believe what they believe, they will ban you, they will attack you.
Window.
The reason I say comedy is dead is not because it's gone, but the window is closed, and the idea of deep exploration, because mainstream corporatized, the Marxist fascism has now said oppressor-victim mentality in everything, and it's in our unconscious zeitgeist that we're in a subconscious culture war, and everything's through the lens of victim and oppressor. And we lost this battle. The first time was when a comic got offended, and we chose the person who was offended over the comic. What I'm saying is, this is a moment where we can learn. Comedy used to be this art form, and I wrote a blog about it, the psychology of it and the philosophy, that it's this almost like getting into the shadow ego and all the dark things we suppress and our unconscious, and we laugh at our flaws and our mistakes and our ugliness, and comedy was unveiling that. And now with everything being corporatized, music, media, politics, everything so in a structure of having to be perfect with the internet, comedy's being sucked under that, where now people can't look at comedy without thinking of political correctness, oppressor and victim, and we lose it by every time someone's offended by a joke, we automatically go towards the comedian when we aren't focusing psychologically on what's going on inside that person's head that's being offended. This is a moment for intellectualism. If we look at the person who's being offended and realize that there's a psychological process going on that could grow to the betterment for individuality and collectivism, we can grow to become better people. Them and their high school, middle school kids cancel each other. It affects the workplace. It affects education. It affects the way politics are run. The idea of comedy and censorship is a metaphor for what's going on in people's lives. People are being censored day to day, and they're being pushed further and further into a... Louis J. Gomez helped me in saying, "You're not the authority." And now I go through this psychological thing of watching comedians get canceled, watching comedians lose their livelihood, watching comedians unable to do comedians on cruise ships doing cocaine. Shout out to Lizzie. Like, I see these comedians losing everything, and it's like, if I know I had my voice, I could take that debate with Andrew Yang and I could win because I understand where they're all coming from. But like you said, they don't want to hear it from you, and that's my plight. And that's my plight in comedy. It's like if God came down and gave the word in his head. Gave the word. It's like if God came down and gave the word of enlightenment to someone, and God said, "Give this word and spread it throughout the world," but it was like Andy Dick or something. I know I'm not the one people want to hear comedy prophecy from. I know I'm not the one, and it fucking sucks.
I know.
That's why I just try to peddle it on through everyone else.
Yeah, you're out here trying to turn water into wine, and everyone's like, "Get out of the way."
Just be the crazy mass shooter guy.
Yeah, the problem is here's what you are. Right, you might you very well might be the next coming of comedy Jesus, right? You may be the next Messiah. You may be the prophet.
I am the comedy god.
You may be that guy.
Everyone
but the problem
should bow
is the
before
way
me.
everyone looks at you is the same way when like you see some guy that claims to be Jesus in the park.
Like I said, now I'm aware people don't want to hear from me, even though I'm the comedy god. Ever since I entered comedy, Louis C.K. came back, Chappelle did his non-woke special, Sticks and Stone, Ricky Gervais gave a speech, Seinfeld, even Obama came out against cancel culture. People are fighting back. Joey Diaz, Brian Callahan, Jeff Ross, Mark Norman, Sam Morrell, Andrew Schultz, all. So my comedy godlikeness is resonating through energies. Shout out to Chrissy Mayer for going after Chrissy Teigen and dropping the red pills. And shout out to that video of Ryan Long, Aaron Berg, and Karen Feehan for that censorship video. My energy is being felt throughout the collective because I am the comedy god. This is the edgelord try shit that I actually wrote out a script. I apologize for wishing for a virus to destroy New York City comedy because I didn't feel accepted.
You wished for a virus. Time down now. Slow down. When did you wish for this virus?
December, November, way before. I'm sorry. I fucked up.
So you're thinking that this is part of your comedy god prophecy?
Well, no, it's just I felt rejected, which I know it's like a middle school 14-year-old emotion. You should just accept, all right, your comedy's not for you. They don't like you. Move on. But I just, why don't they like me? Fucking hang out at the high school kids. So I just fucking plagued a virus on everyone.
You did.
And I slowly watched them die because I made all my money on internet. So I was rising as they were falling. It's funny because I prayed to God, I want to be on the same level as these comics. And now God sunk all of them. And I slowly watched them buried financially. And I try to pretend.
I know he's not.
Zach, how do you say he's wrong? He's
I'm not.
Everyone is random right now. That's where everyone's at. Just realize that. Here's the thing. Everyone got bumped down a few levels. The problem was mostly everyone, 90% of the comics were not really that far ahead of random. They'd like to think they were.
And they acted on the hierarchy.
Honestly,
but I knew in
the way
one
that random
fucking
jumped
day.
into our world, right? And whether we wanted him or not, he has a little bit of infamy within the thank you Random within the world of Legion of Skanks, and people that know our show at the very least know him as this peripheral character, right? So that right there already bumped him up most comics that are working the open mic circuit, most comics that are starting to get into clubs, those people have no recognition. They're just trying to write some jokes and get on stage. So Random got a little bit of recognition, has some people that know who he is. He goes to Skankfest. People want to shake his hand. They're meeting him. It's a cool fucking feeling. I completely get it.
Give me drugs and hand jobs.
Those people, all of those people, which is 90% of the comedy scene, were bumped down to people who were trying to figure out a way to get a voice online. We're trying to get on some podcasts, but stand-up itself sort of disappeared. Nobody's making money on stand-up. So all of those comics got put down to that level. It's the same thing with the bigger comics. You see people, I'm trying to think of like Whitney Cummings maybe, or like Schaub and these guys. They're playing clubs now. They were doing theaters. They were doing massive, like either huge clubs, like 600, 700-seater clubs, or they were doing small theaters, right? And all of them are doing clubs now. Bert, same thing. Bert was doing massive theaters. Now he's doing like drive-ins because everyone had to adapt. So all of the club spots are being taken up. All the comics who were in club spots are now doing parks and parking lots. And then all the comics that were doing just sort of open mic, whatever they can get, are doing shit now.
And my prophecy was fulfilled because everyone said that I was on some comedy hierarchy. And I said, I don't believe in that because your money, your status, or your desirability could all change in one day. So there's no reason to fucking like kiss ass to people above you and shit on people below you because it'll all change. And then it was just proven. So why are women ruining comedy, Chrissy? Because I have this thing that the double standards that exist in the natural world where women are kind of oppressed, but they have all the privileges of being on a pedestal, it's amplified in comedy because there's a bunch of guys who are insecure, so then they let women in, and women are like, oh my God, I never get a spot. And then they have to force their way in the same way they do manipulative narcissism, and then by that, it all lowers the standards. It reminds me of football, video games, and now comedy, where it's something that's harsh. It's like, oh my God, there's craziness. And then women are saying like, we need it more PC. We need it softer. It's kind of like Lindy West saying, well, it's a bunch of angry guys. And it's like, well, why do we have to lower the bar for women? What female comics do is they get on stage and then they just start talking about sex. They don't write premises. They don't think of interesting subjects. They just talk about sex. And it's really like if I were a Coke dealer and people are coming to me, oh, I want this. And then you start to think to yourself, wow, they like me. No, they don't like you. They sell the stupid product you're selling, which is like a peep show in a way that's socially acceptable. And in that fashion, it then becomes Pavlovian response because a woman saying, my pussy, guys just laugh because they're trying to get laid or they want the woman to like her. And I'm saying, stop that bullshit. What would you rather have, all the men out there, all the sex you want with women, or to be free from sexual desire and actually have self-actualization and goals to be something better than some guy who just tries to chase some bitch? I was going to be invited on a podcast. I was come up by two different females and they wanted me on their podcast and then they declined, and then maybe because they did research, and then I thought, oh, is it because they don't believe in what I believe or they just want their narrative push? And then I thought they have people with different beliefs on, so why wouldn't they have me? And I was like, maybe because I'm not on their level.
I'm
not.
But you're a little scary, bro.
They're scared of you.
But the reason, they're scared of my intelligence. They're scared that I'm going to school them on all their fucking snake oil salesman bullshit. Women are saying, oh my God, I'm afraid of him. No, you're afraid that I'm fucking intellectually superior and I'm not going to take your bullshit and that you just sell fake feminism to get your views. It was the guys we fucked. Christina Hitchens and Corinne Fisher. All these women that just use mediocre jokes, they use their sex appeal to get in, and they lower the bar and ruin comedy. And then spread rumors and lies, because that's what women do, is they're trying to destroy the males in the comedy. I've read blogs that's from female comics that said why it's justifiable to claim false rape against a male comic. And I start to see this shit, and I'm like, well, fuck you bitches, you shouldn't be doing that. And then they call me crazy. They're like, oh my God, he's a creep, which is just manipulative because they're playing the victim. It's like the women who say lies, we have to ban random, and then I say, I think that's not cool, Caitlin Rupert, and then she goes, oh my God, what a creep, who's coming in on me. And a lot of comics were in that female list.
You do have
innocent women comics, because that's what they've manipulated the system to believe. False rape accusations, false domestic abuse, and just manipulating lying, and all the bitch men in Congress let that happen. It's going to be this woman pride thing where they don't believe men, so a woman's going to get in a room with the dude and then fucking rape him, and then when he tries to tell everyone, guys are just bitch guys are just going to laugh at him like, oh man, you should have enjoyed it and all that other shit. And then if you tell the police, they're going to be like, get the fuck out of here. We would never disparage a woman. Like, if you want to Me Too all the women in comedy that I know for a fucking fact, I'd bet my life that they do creepy, fucked up shit, and they play the victim then.
That's what I heard.
All he talks about is what he's afraid of and his fears, and women are going to do this. But they're your worries. They're your concerns.
I will prevent women from doing this, and then comedy will be righteous
Why
again.
don't you just focus on you instead of everybody else?
Because I'm an altruistic spirit.
You're 2019 Jesus.
You can't control other people.
Savior.
You're comedy. I'm the comedy Jesus. What I'm saying is, this is why all guys should listen to me, because I have this deep insight of women, and people think it's, oh, he must be an incel, not get laid. And I have a fiance that's beautiful right there and rich. I have a girlfriend on the side that I kind of...
She got rich skin, though. I pinched the shit out of her, and she almost cried.
Look, I have a girlfriend on the side that I really don't fuck with anymore, but it's a once-a-month thing. And my life, I was a paid dominator where women pimped me out, and I had sex with women. So I have the guy's dream of all women loving me, and I still hate women. That's what I'm saying.
I might have to listen to you, because you just admitted you have a girlfriend with your fiance in the room, and she didn't even fucking say anything.
Because she knows it.
Honestly, can I say?
From originally The Random Show, The End, I've taken over Luis Gomez's podcast because he either wants to give me a shot or he wants to destroy it himself. To the left of me is the great Shane Gillis, because Zach Amicos isn't good enough. My guest, Luis J. Gomez, and one of my girls, Lizzie Durazo's here. I'm just going to be talking about philosophy, and I'm not going to let it crash and burn the way it did before. So if you have any kind of philosophical relationship advice or help that you need, if you're feeling suicidal or just alone, call in and I will talk you through it. I'll help you out, and it'll be a good time. I want the listeners to chill in. Psychological symptom called transference, and what it is what people don't realize, and this is how a lot of people are toxic, is they go through life and they attract damages, they attract fears, insecurities, jealousies, anxieties, and then at the age of like 20, they just have all that built up, and they don't become aware of what makes them jealous or what makes them insecure, so they don't rewire their thoughts, so any person they interact with is on that same frequency of like an abused 4-year-old. So what human nature as a whole has to do is become aware of their own toxic damage and not project it onto people, and then start reformulating the synapses in your brain, because reality is all in perception, and if you're perceiving things through all your broken associations and damages, because you can't be a reactant to other people. Like, you have to be proactive in what you're doing, and the way to go about the life is to not let other people make you react to things. So if I did that, I would be in poor health to react to you want in life versus what life is. And sober people use this term in Alcoholics Anonymous called accepting life on life's terms, and it's, God didn't want me to be a musician. He wanted me a comedy, so I'm accepting that path rather than what I want. It's like a Buddhist. You let go of desire to free yourself from suffering. You just accept what is. I mean, I've only been doing comedy for 6 months.
Wants to know, what should you do if your significant other isn't only late to everything, but also proud of it?
Oh, that's a hard one.
You gotta hit her. Say it.
No, not yet. You don't hit her yet. The thing about that is, when someone prides themselves, this is like, it either comes to what they call unconditional acceptance, that you love the positive attributes about her, that you don't mind the negative. Because when she's proud of being late, it sounds like she's someone like, I don't give a fuck, I'll do what I want. So it sounds like she's just
black chick.
She just sees you as not.
I do what I want.
She doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't see
you
you as
my face. You ain't my man.
It's
I don't see no ring on his finger.
Exactly. She sees you as just a part of her journey and not as a co-partnership. Because if she's not willing to work and get better, like, yeah, I see how that could bother you, let me work to get better, then it's just destined to fail. All relationships, if they have the same fight for years and years, then it's it's just in a toxic cycle. When you're with someone, it's because fate brought you to that person to learn a lesson, to learn something about yourself, or to experience something. So when you're with someone who has all these qualities and you realize that about them, if you can't address that to that person directly, and if that person can't make a note to maybe change that quality, maybe she needs to be more humble, maybe she needs to realize that she subconsciously puts herself in these situations to be late so she can feel bad and then be aggravated over some guilt. A lot of women do shit like that. Like they'll be sloppy on purpose and then just hate themselves because they subconsciously want to hate themselves. So they'll just be self-destructive. Like that's a self-sabotaging thing, to be late and then you feel guilty because the guilt is comfortable from you from childhood, and then you just get angry because he's calling you on it. He's saying, you're always late. Why? And she goes, I don't give a fuck that I'm late. It's a defense mechanism. So you have to truly let her understand that that's what's happening, and she's not willing to grow. She's just putting on a defense, and she's continuing to project like toxic bullshit into your relationship. I joke that I hate men way more than I could hate women, because women just are the way they are by nature, but men are the ones that could construct that. They could control that. And since men care about a woman's looks or superficial beauty or their own internal pain, they enable women. They lie to women.
Bro.
Women are basically walking around gaslit by all men's bullshit. So I'm sick of that. And I'm not a feminist. I'm just saying the truth. No woman has an accurate assessment of herself, of what she's good at, what she's bad at, what she should try to strive for in life, or what she wants, because men around her have just been gaslighting her and lying to her. Because men are strong, men are innovative, and men have logic and critical thinking, most men, and women don't have that. Women are governed by their
He's fucking
emotions.
taking a shot at
Women
you.
are
Saw that, dude?
women are women
fucking
are
roasting
governed by
you
their
on the
emotions
random
and
hour.
their desires and what they want.
what you're
And it's almost like they can't go to a man and say, I want you to protect me, I want you to get food, and I want you to fuck me well. Like, so they have to say, how can I make it seem like I'm getting his needs met while getting my needs met? So they have to do this psychological mind game, which is the same thing that pedophiles do, bring opinions.
that happens.
And women try to manipulate your mind. And this is why guys end up former shells of themselves and fucking trying to do comedy instead of music, is they start... Someone back there left. They start, like, women start saying, here, the narrative, they just start manipulating the narrative of, no, it happened this way. No, what you said was this. They put words in your mouth, and then they say words that they didn't say, and they slowly, through time, pathologically manipulate you into an entirely different being. And then they end up and leave because they're like, you're not the guy I thought you were. And then they leave, and you have to fucking pay alimony, and then they
So,
take your kids, and your life
with
is
all that
fucked.
aside,
It's how
Milk.
relationships work, and people don't understand. It's a past, present, future dynamic. You have to be a father to the woman, a husband and partner, and a son. And there's the dynamic of motherhood, girlfriend and daughter. And the same thing with women. That's why women have like the, I want you to be like my dad, because you have to be the father to her, you have to be the boyfriend to her, and you have to be the son to her. And you have to fulfill all three of those roles simultaneously. And that's how you like energetically...
How close have you come to shooting something?
I know I have this thing in me. It's like a genetic deformity. Like when you split the atom, there's the molecules, there's the protons and the neutrons and the electrons. The electrons, and when you have like a mass society, you have obviously cancers in it. Just like our body, we have bacteria. I'm self-aware that I am the bacteria in human life that is meant to just destroy. So I do everything in my power. I take drugs, I fuck whores, I like run around naked, I do crazy shit to prevent myself from the inevitable. People think that I'm a narcissist with no self-awareness. I'm aware. I have to hype myself up just so I don't fucking end myself.
Right.
And that's
So
like
how close have you been to shooting people? 'Cause you
oh,
didn't really
this
answer.
is genuinely-
You sidestepped
Yeah.
the question. You started talking about protons
I mean,
and neutrons and
no, that's what I'm saying. Is
electrolytes.
What?
Tell them the story what happened in your high school.
I don't think we
I
should.
don't know.
No, I want to hear the story about his
This
high
is
school.
going to come back to you and me.
Why?
When this motherfucker shoots up a place.
Fine.
No, when I was 14 years old, that was the only time I tried to legitimately kill myself because I was afraid of the world and I thought everyone was demons and I thought the devil was coming to get me, and that's what all these scars on my arm are. And when I was 28 years old.
How old are you now?
Or 27, 28. I'm 28 now. 27, I tried to hang myself because I was on a medicine called Seroquel, which made things not real. Like, it made everything seem like a dream, and the only way out was to kill myself. So it's like I wanted this to be funny, and you guys just made it really dark. Mine is purely like the design of life is flawed and broken. Humans are a toxic, sick wreck that don't have the needs to help themselves and save themselves. That's why they're going to destroy themselves. And if you have any kind of awareness, you are helpless against the situation and power of others, and the design of life is unknown. That's why people should be going. I moved to Jersey City when I was I moved to Jersey City. I know. I moved to Jersey City when I was a teenager, and my whole thing was I was going to be a musician. But something that bothered me is you're like, how close have you been to killing something? And it's like, what do I do if I'm put in a situation that I don't control? If all I'm saying is peace and love, let's be civil, peace and love, and someone still, like, let's say a group of 5 people come to me, then I have to act how I have to act, and like then it's lose for me because I either go to jail, I don't have a future with my girlfriend, and I fuck up comedy, and I fail like if I was supposed to have a purpose. So it's almost like I see that.
So you're afraid you're gonna fucking kill someone in self-defense?
Yeah, not afraid, just
like
sad. I'm not afraid of it. I'm just sad.
You're saddened by it.
Yeah, because I can't control it. It just seems like it's just fake. I don't know.
When's the last time you spoke to your mom?
Like a few years ago or something.
You don't know if your mom was religious growing up?
No, we don't. Like that's the thing.
When did you stop talking to them?
Like when I was 17 years old, I was kind of out of the house, so it's like we'd see each other maybe a couple of months, and then it turned to a couple of years.
Boy, they were probably fucking high-fiving
every time.
No, but it's like I just like I love them, but it's like we have nothing to talk about. Like we'll sit at a diner and be like, "So, you see any good movies lately?" Yeah, so it's like, all right.
They want to talk
21st, dude.
Go.
Just watch
Have a couple beers.
Just drink
Sit
a couple
back
beers,
with the
watch
bros,
a game,
start
dude.
sucking each other off.
No, you
see
don't
how many
have to
dicks in
why
your
are
hand
you
you can
hating
get?
on your
You don't have to
people?
suck
I'm not.
anyone.
You know what? Only betas fuck women. Real alphas can fuck dudes too.
I like it.
Just watch one game, dude. Just
I watched
chill.
the Super Bowl.
Nice. What'd you think?
I
You
saw
know, you
this
loved
huge.
all that
I saw this huge
superficial shit.
owl, and he goes, "Oh, I thought this was the superb owl." See, why is it people are entertained when I talk about mass murder, child raping, but I can't make puns? I want to be a pun comic. People determine your fate. If I just started doing puns, everyone would hate me. If I was talking about murder, everybody'd be like, "Oh my God, Randy, you're so fucking amazing because life's predetermined. We're all governed by God and fate that we can't control."
Do you do that like on do you go to mics and say that shit?
Not so much anymore.
I was gonna say, you had to get banned from everything, right?
A little
How many
bit.
mics are you banned from?
I don't know. And this is, again, things that make me hate the world more and really drive in, like you said, the manifesto are, I was banned from so many mics and I was seen as like the outcast because I thought people should just be real and like you for you. But then I was on the Legion of Skanks and for whatever reason, that means something to people. So they're like, "Oh, dude, you can come back to our mic. Oh, we realized it was a mistake banning." So I was like, fuck you guys. You're fake as shit.
And then you came back and they're like, "Yeah, we realized it was a mistake inviting you back. We kicked you out for a reason."
No, it's almost like why, like, I really thought being single, people would think that I was cool or just like me because I was intelligent or I was funny or I was entertaining. But then I have this, like you've said, a hot chick next to my arm who makes money and pays my bills. That somehow gives me some sort of stature. That's why I hate men more than women. Because women would like me for me, but man sees me as like, "Oh, he must be some guy to listen to because he gets paid money to put his dick in strange women." So it's like, it makes me just hate the world more and more, that it's just fake and it's egocentric and it's governed by this superficial existence that doesn't mean anything. It shouldn't matter. Like, how does me putting my dick in over 100 women matter the character of whether I'm a good person or not? How does that make me stronger or tougher or
I
intelligent?
feel like
or
that
not?
was a humble brag right there. Can I?
No,
be
it
honest with you
wasn't,
guys?
because I don't give a fuck about
I
that
feel
shit.
like he
That-
just dropped down a little braggadocious
No,
moment,
see,
right?
this is the shit I'm talking about.
Yeah,
this
no,
is
you're-
why I go crazy because
Yo,
people,
you're the man, dude. That's
people,
sick.
no,
Fuck
I'm
you,
not.
bro.
I don't give a fuck about that shit, and I don't
Nah,
see why the
that's the
world
shit,
does
dude.
either.
It is pretty badass.
No,
dude.
it's not.
Yo, you're the man.
It's fucking
Look,
pathetic.
Random is
It's
just
horrible.
Random is just a
take
jock
back all
stuck
that.
in this body.
No, it's horrible.
Yo, have
That
you ever
fucking-
watched football? Why don't you start watching some sports?
I bet you Random is just all he is a shower, a haircut, and a couple football games away from being a
Close,
dude.
Just watch a game.
No, because this is what makes me so sick. This is why women manipulate. This is why women are child rapists, because guys don't value their sex. They're like, "Oh shit, you crush puss. That's awesome, man. That's great." And it's like that instinctually builds an ego towards sex. When sex is something sacred, sex is something emotional. It's something mental.
why are you
It's a
talking about?
spiritual.
You're
connection.
That's what he
Slapping
tells those
people's
bitches right
tits.
before he smashes their pussies.
Yeah,
Am
what
I
are you
right?
talking
Fuck
about?
yeah, Rando. Knuckle it up, baby boy.
I can't because
You
it's
can.
against. No, I don't give a fuck. I wanted to. That's why when I was on the show the first time, I wanted people to think I was a virgin and an incel, and I didn't have any girlfriends and shit like that because I didn't want that weird
That
little.
would have been a tough sell.
But it seems like it fits me because everyone who commented on the video like, "Oh, this guy's never been around hot women." Like, beauty's the only thing that matters. This is like literally like, you're right. This is why I'm not going to. But if I would, it would be because of how
stop,
superficial, how
But
materialistic.
if you were gonna what?
Go on a hugging spree and just hug people and give them kisses and say, "Let Christ be with you."
I would rather you shoot me than kiss me.
Like I am now because I didn't sleep. Like, that's what I was gonna do there. I couldn't sleep, and then I was just like, I'm acting as my own lawyer.
Yeah, you're probably nervous because the judge was gonna like split up your
Well, the
guys'
ju-
rats.
Yeah.
She was
I
gonna
know.
get half your rats.
Well, actually, if I were smart, I would try to marry her because she's the one who would have to pay me alimony, but I wouldn't do that.
Hey,
to a
listen,
woman.
Mr. Random, you are saying that you have a right to all of your dead possum collection.
I don't think I have a right to all my dead possums because it wasn't about the possums, Your Honor. It was about the love. I just feel betrayed. I wasn't in it for the possums. I could fuck so many other women and get possums.
Easily.
I was about the love, not the possums.
Possums are the weirdest animals in the world.
I'm a fan.
I think sloths
Where
are.
did you grow up?
Yeah, there's some possums.
Some possums
There's
on the train
possums
track.
That sounds impossible,
There was,
you guys. Fuck yeah! Yes!
I liked it. Crushed it.
Oh, but speaking of, we have a documentary, Who Killed Comedy, and it's honestly the best work of comedy I've ever done because I'm better just on the street, just talking to people. And we filmed for like 4 days in New York just interviewing people, and it's like an hour long, and it's good. And I don't know why we don't release it. She says she needs more pieces together. But the trailer is up on whokilledcomedy.com. I'm just interviewing people about political correctness and about social... Oh. MarkRandom.com, you can find that there.
Yeah, put the trailer on. Yeah, and we'll end with the trailer for Who Killed Comedy, the documentary, which will be out very soon.
I mean, that's the thing is we're...
Jesus Christ.
All right, there we go.
Rapping about
the positive aspects of slavery and the Holocaust.
Give me a list of the people that are trying to prevent you from doing comedy.
Do you want an actual list?
Yeah.
The fucking FBI's investigated me, kicked in my door, the ATF along with them, and detectives, social justice warriors, feminists, alt-right members, basically anyone with some sort of political stance where they take life seriously.
What the hell happened to real comedians? I don't see that anymore. If you ever come back here, you can't do that again. I'm never going to do that. I'll never come back here. No, I just want to know why. Because you ask women about rape. You cannot do that. I don't see these women ruin comedy. Don't we all put up with shit and we have to deal with it as individuals and not put a pussy hat on and blame an entire group of people? That kind of sounds like the Klan, if you ask me. Put a hat on and blame a group of people for your problems. Now listen. Oh my God, you're in a comment. Fuck you. Look at you. Fuck you. Oh, really? Really? Fuck you. Suck my dick.
Pause it.
You're equal opportunity offender.
Equal opportunity.
That chick was hot, though.
It was actually random. It was pretty good.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, that was pretty good, man. That was cool.
I like it.
That was really neat.
I just slurred a bunch of words and
That was a
kept
fucking
falling
neat
off the
thing.
beat.
Nah, that was
Too
good,
fucking
dude.
early.
That was fucking good.
I liked it. See, like, you don't have that many talents. What do you do, Shane?
I fucking don't do anything, bro.
He's an amazing comedian. I could never do what he does.
Thanks, man.
I saw him kill at Skankfest on the level of fucking Dan Soder, Mark Norman, Rich Voss. You're up there. I don't know why they put
Bro.
you in the fucking
You're
like
up there.
lower levels of the Gas Digital. You belong up there.
Poof.
I know. I see it. I fucking
you
see it.
love Mark Random now.
I
see?
do. I've always liked Random.
It's not that a lover.
I've
I'm not,
always.
dude, I'm not trying to flatter you. I'm saying the truth.
Thanks,
That's all
bro.
I do. And you belong up there with the fucking the big J Okerson.
Fuck yeah, dude. No, I've always liked Random.
Tone. It's actually I'm more proud of that than like my fucking comedy album. My comedy album's decent, but
I
there's
thought you
parts
said
where,
you've been doing stand up for 6 months.
yeah,
He's got a double album.
double album?
2 hours of comedy.
2 hours.
Yeah. You're naturally funny when you're in that comfortable, free-flowing
course.
energy, and you're not funny when you're like in this tense, like, and then you're trying to be funny. It just, your jokes fall flat. And it's like when you're chill and relaxed, like, and you can consistently do that.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, this is you were fucking. Do you have fun? Did you have fun doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was cool, man.
Yeah.
It's fun. I had a good time. I thought it was a great show.
Yeah.
Lizzie had a good time. Look, she wants to just suck your cock off your body. Evening, ladies and gentlemen, a man who is very respected both in and out of the comedy community. Ladies and gentlemen, coming from probably some sort of insane asylum or graveyard, it's Mark Random.
What's up? It's Random, aka Mark Random, and here's for Real Ass Presenter of the Year: Ari Shafir, Dan Soder, Shane Gillis, Colin Terrell, Corin Fisher, Brendan Sagalow, Anthony Cumia, Louis J. Gomez, Big J. Okerson, Aaron Berg. Here's why I should be Real Ass Presenter of the Year. 2018, no other comic on this list had to deal with the level of cancel culture that I did in my first 2 months of comedy. The FBI investigated me, police came, physical altercations, club bannings, blogs being written about me, all in my first 2 months. You can see it in my documentary, Who Killed Comedy, markrandom.com, or just YouTube, Who Killed Comedy. 2019, no other comic tried to be respected by the other comics by doing a mini US tour, a Europe tour, put out 2 comedy albums just to be seen as established. markrandom.com, seriously, this is comedy. Any other comic on this list would be beloved and praised if they wrote a brilliant blog on the psychology and philosophy of comedy. markrandom.com/blogs, psychology of being offended. And if any comic on this list did something as hilarious as dance at Auschwitz, you would have all found it funny and praised him. You wouldn't have written him off as an edgelord tryhard.
I
so
love
I'm sorry
his
I wish for a virus to destroy
Gas and the
New
Jews
York
song.
City comedy because I saw it as a popularity contest. I accept my fate that I'll never be acknowledged for my prodigal godlike comedy talents in just 2 years that I've accomplished, and I accept my predetermined fate, and I still love everyone on this list. That's why I should be Real Ass Presenter of the Year. So as I go about my...
Oh, thank God.
Jeez, he kept on going on, huh?
He gave me